mon méchant mot.
Ah, Meares.
Week 17, we're finally to the final point.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. We got 2 games that we're going to do, and then we're going to run through the rest. One of the games that we have to do, somehow, some way, we've gotten to where it's close to the vest. This is so important to you, that the Philadelphia Eagles are playing Dallas, and Tony Romo pulled a pussy.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't. He broke his back.
All right, we'll talk about that in a second. First game we're going to do, Green Bay, huge news today, Aaron Rodgers coming back, going to Chicago, favored by 3. Are they going to pull off one of the biggest falling into the playoffs of the year?
Well, watching Chicago play the Eagles last week, I don't see how Chicago can win a game. I mean,
54-11 is rough.
They have one of the worst run defenses I've ever seen.
Oof.
So, I mean, I'm glad Aaron Rodgers is playing this game because it's nice to see him come back. But if they don't hand the ball to Eddie Lacy 25 times minimum, then Mike McCarthy doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. This should be a ground him out, pound him out game with Green Bay winning. I think it's going to be close, but I think they win by 4, so I'll take Green Bay minus the 3.
I want to take Green Bay minus the 3 because you got to go with Aaron Rodgers. You got to figure that the team's going to get a bump coming back because you know what happened to the Chicago Bears? They didn't get a bump when Jay Cutler came back.
Yeah.
Because 54-11 is just retarded in a game that I said the Eagles had no chance.
Oh, they
54-11, it's 43 points. I mean, it's not even close. So give me Green Bay minus the 3. Second game we're going to do, near and dear to your heart, Eagles. The spread has been all over the place with all the news. Why don't you fill us in on how it's all going down?
So the line started in Dallas's favor, then the Eagles dismantled the Bears, went the Eagles' favor, then Tony Romo...
54-11.
Then Tony Romo dismantled his balls, and now it's minus 7.5, actually down to 6.5 now. So I guess people think that Kyle Orton has a shot.
I guess.
As a Philadelphia fan, normally I'm extremely passionate. I still am extremely passionate, but I don't care if they win this game. It's not going to be the end of the world because I didn't think they were going to go better than 8-8. So I'm very happy that they have a chance to make the playoffs. Do I think they're going to win? Yes. Do I think they should win? Of course. 6.5 in a must-win game is a lot of fucking points, though. I mean, this is a must-win game for Dallas. I feel like Philly should blow them out, but I'm too hesitant to take that. So I will take Dallas with the 6.5 points.
Do you think the Eagles are going to win?
Yes.
Okay.
Of course.
I think it's going to go one of 2 ways. The Eagles are going to win by 40 or they're going to lose by 40. This is how these games have worked out at the end of the NFC East. Apparently, this is the league, the division within the league that can figure out how to get all the equal teams together to have the game at the end of the year. How many, out of the last 10 years, how many times does it come down to
a lot?
The final game of the year deciding the division?
This is the 3rd consecutive year that Dallas is playing for the division.
But when did the Eagles play Dallas? Twice. They played them twice.
Yeah, like
they lost once and won once.
Yeah. It's
crazy that the NFC East can do this and be bad.
Yes.
And be bad. It's not like it's the NFC West
and
where everybody's good and they're like, there's going to be somebody not in the playoffs.
And be bad and still have 2 Super Bowl victories in the past 8 years.
I'm going to pick the Dallas Cowboys to win this game by 30 points because I am mostly wrong, and I'm rooting for the Eagles to win.
Nice.
And I'm going reverse psychology.
Great.
Now it's time for the quick fire. Carolina traveling to Atlanta. Huge game for Carolina. They can get a bye.
I'll take Atlanta with the points. I don't think Carolina covers.
Carolina favored by 6.5. I'm going to say that Carolina wins by 3. Tennessee hosting Houston, who gives a fuck game.
Give me Tennessee minus 7.
Tennessee minus 7. I'll take it to Pittsburgh. They're playing for something. They're favored by 7 over Cleveland.
They've got
at home
a 6% chance of making the playoffs. I'll take Pittsburgh to win, Cleveland to cover.
I'm going to take Cleveland to win this one outright. So same pick. Giants hosting Washington and another who gives the fuck game. 3.5. Giants are the favorites.
They played well last week. I'll take them. I'll take the Giants to cover.
I'm going to take Washington to win outright. I think Kirk Cousins makes a stamp on his contract going forward.
Nice.
Baltimore, the underdog against Cincinnati -6. Baltimore fucking shot themselves in the foot last week.
They did. I think Cincinnati wins. Baltimore covers.
I think Cincinnati wins this by 14. Baltimore doesn't make the playoffs. Jacksonville, the underdog by 11.5 at Indy. Who gives a fuck?
Jacksonville's too injured to compete in this game. I'll take Indy minus the 11.5.
Yeah, I don't think Jacksonville can cover 11.5. We already did Philadelphia. Miami hosting the Jets. Can Miami really get in? Can they get in?
They can get in. They have the best chance at any team. I'll take Miami to cover in this game. I think the Jets lose this and they're done. Rex Ryan's gone.
I think the Jets lose. I think they lose by 7, but I don't think Miami gets in. I don't feel like it after last week. You get shut out by the Buffalo Bills.
It's not
that's pretty much fucking game over. Minnesota hosting Detroit, favored by 3.
Detroit just keeps imploding. They will keep imploding this week. Minnesota covers the 3.
Fuck it. They'll score 50. Who gives a shit?
Nice.
Yeah, they scored 48 against the Eagles, and the Eagles scored 54 against Detroit, so let's do the math. All right, New England -9, favored at home against Buffalo.
Upset pick of the week. I'm taking Buffalo to win outright, so I will definitely take the 9.
I already won my fantasy football, so you know what? Ride the wave. I'll pick Buffalo to win outright. Fuck it. New Orleans hosting Tampa Bay, 12.5. Is that enough?
New Orleans not in the playoffs yet. Need this to get in, winning in, and I would take New Orleans to cover easily against Tampa Bay. I think this is going to be a blowout.
Are they going to win? You said they're going to blow them out?
Yeah, they're going to cover. They're going to cover the 12-9. It's going
At
to be
New
a
Orleans.
blowout.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't have them covering. I think they win by 7.
Well, all right. Cool.
Denver, -12 at Oakland in a game where they get the #1 seed if they win.
Yeah, and I think they go up to an early lead, and I think they cover.
Oakland's really bad at home.
They're not good.
They're better on the road, so I will take them to cover the 12. San Francisco, favored by 1 in Arizona. I think Arizona comes in and just blows the fuck out of San Francisco.
I agree. They need to win to get in the playoffs and hope for a New Orleans loss. They win, but they don't get in, so sit at home with your 11 wins.
They won't know. Like, it'll be nip and tuck with the New Orleans game, so it'll be all afternoon. Who wins what? San Diego, favored by 9.5 against the 12-3 Kansas City Chiefs.
I mean, this is the most surprising line. I mean, I understand that Kansas City can't move up. They can't get a higher seed, so maybe they're going to sit some people. Andy Reid's famous for sitting people. Maybe that's the deal. So I still don't see them covering by 9.5. I'll take Kansas City plus 9.5 points.
I'm taking Kansas City to win this fucking thing. Like, I don't understand. Like, Andy Reid sucks, and it's almost like Las Vegas is just saying, "You're fat and you suck." I mean, that's pretty much the deal. And then with no Monday night game, the last game that we're going to do, Seattle favored by 11.5, hosting St. Louis. I got St. Louis covering 11.5 because I think Seattle's on a little choke deal, and if they win, it ain't going to be by 12.
I tend to agree. I think they're going to win because they need that win to get that home field advantage, but I don't think it's a blowout.
Let's not forget St. Louis should have beat them the first time.
Exactly.
So that wraps up the regular season 2013, 2014. We're going to see you next year in 2014.
Yeah, for the playoffs. First week of the playoffs, we have 4 games to do.
We're going to be excited about that. Let's get some comments so that we can
Please.
do comments of the weeks.
Yeah, this week was horrendous, and there will be no comments until you step it up and call us fat or ugly or bitches.